Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare playing the multiplayer beta. And I want to talk to you guys today about the weapons here in the Infinite Warfare multiplayer beta, or the lack thereof, because there definitely doesn't seem to be a ton of them, or is there? It's definitely a really confusing system. So here in the Infinite Warfare beta, we can actually see just about everything that is actually going to be in the full version of Infinite Warfare. We can actually see how many weapons are going to be in the game, we can see what combat rigs are going to be available in the game, we can see what perks are going to be available later on in the game. Sure, some of them are locked because the level cap here in the beta is level 30, but we can at least see what is going to be in the game. I thought it was very weird when I first started playing when I saw that there's only going to be 5 total assault rifles here in this game. That's a really low amount. In fact, if you go back to Call of Duty 4, and the reason why I make the cutoff at Call of Duty 4 is that was the first game that had Create Class and Prestige system. It was like the first proper, modernized Call of Duty game, right? In that game, we had 7 assault rifles. World at War, we had 5. Modern Warfare 2, we had 9. And in fact, ever since Call of Duty 4, we've averaged about 8 assault rifles in every single Call of Duty game. So why is it that there are only 5 assault rifles here in Infinite Warfare? Some of you may be thinking, well, maybe there are hidden weapons here in Infinite Warfare that we can't see, but I don't think that's actually the case, because we can see everything that you could unlock. I can see things that I unlock at level 60 in my creative class. I don't think that they have extra weapons actually being hidden. I have seen so many people already making the claim that the reason why there are only 5 assault rifles in this game is because they plan to sell us a bunch of assault rifles via supply drops and DLC, and that could be the case, right? I would not put that by Activision whatsoever. Just looking back at Black Ops 3, it started off purely cosmetic, and then slowly but surely they started adding in weapon after weapon after weapon. So I could definitely see that happening, but I don't think these people are actually taking the weapon variants into account. So here we are at the main menu of the Infinite Warfare multiplayer beta. If I go to my create class here, you guys can see there are only 5 total assault rifles here in this game, which is pretty unfortunate. But we back out of here, go to the quartermaster, and then go down here to the armory and the prototype lab, we can see all the different variants that we can actually unlock, either by creating them with salvage, which salvage is very hard to come by here in the beta, or by getting them via a supply drop. If you actually look at the epic variants of these weapons, you'll actually see that they're actually quite different than the base weapon at times. For example, the Wreck here, which is a 3-round burst rifle, the epic variant is actually going to be a full auto version of the Wreck, known as the Wreck, and it actually looks a lot different. Again, going through all of these, look at how it actually changes its appearance. It's going to basically be an entirely new weapon. The same can be said here for the Type 2. This is the assault rifle that you could actually pull apart into dual machine pistols. The Butcher variant is actually going to allow you to have akimbo shotguns rather than akimbo submachine guns when you pull the weapon apart. So that is where all of your extra weapons are. This is where they are actually being hidden. Going over here to the submachine guns, we have the full-on Ripper as the final variant of the RPR Evo. I mean, you have all these here, which is the exact same weapon, but with different little abilities and traits, right? Then you have the Ripper, which is a completely different weapon. That is your extra submachine gun right there. The Ripper is your extra SMG. The same could be said, I suppose, about the Cerberus here, although it's not as big of a difference because it has an underbarrel shotgun, but that is where all the extra weapons are actually going to be. I mean, looking here at the light machine guns, I mean, just look at this here. Look at the Liberty compared to like the Benediction. They're almost completely different weapons, right? So that is how they actually plan to do this. I was very confused at first looking at it. I'm like, there's 5 assault rifles in this game? Like, that makes no sense. Like, if you go back throughout all of Call of Duty's history, you'll see that on average, we get about 8 assault rifles in every single game. And then when I saw 5 here, I'm like, that's the lowest number I've seen since Call of Duty World at War. And of course, you also have to keep in mind that we will have classic weapons available as well. The M1 Grand, while it does appear to actually be a sniper rifle, if you guys don't know, the final sniper rifle in the Infinite Warfare beta is basically a scoped M1 Grand. It even has the little ping thing when you actually run out of ammo. But the M1 Grand itself is going to be an assault rifle that you can unlock as a classic weapon. And how you actually unlock these is by leveling up and prestiging, and then using these prestige tokens on a classic weapon. So I think that's pretty cool. And I want to make this video just letting you guys know, because there's a lot of people right now just spreading rumors that there's going to be a bunch of supply drop weapons. And while that may actually be the case, I'm not trying to defend Activision and say they're not going to do that, because I kind of anticipate them doing that. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that there are a bunch of extra weapons in Infinite Warfare, but they're unlocked via this variant system, this crafting system that they actually have within the game. So ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. How do you feel about this crafting system so far? Right now, it feels a little bit grindy, and that could be due to the fact that we're in beta. They could actually have lowered the salvage drop rate here in the beta just to make sure everybody can't unlock everything right away, because they don't want us to test out the entire game right away. Otherwise, we might get burned out on it. That's why they're actually capping us at level 30. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, because I think it's a very interesting twist on the Call of Duty formula. The idea of us actually being able to craft our weapons by playing the game, and of course take a shortcut via supply drops if we choose to do that. I think it's an interesting system, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it down there in the comment section below. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.